Hello everybody, this is my first time ever doing a YouTube video or anything like this, but I thought it was a good project to video and a good thing to see from start to finish. As you can obviously see, it's an MGB GT, it's a G-Reg, so 1968 or 69. Has a bit of history, not in my family, but the neighbours have owned it since new, or the neighbours' family have owned it since new, and I have all the images from the 70s and the 80s and the 90s, with its only one owner. It seemed like too good an opportunity to miss to restore. I usually do things like vintage tractors and old machinery like that. I have done a couple of cars, but tractors are normally my forte. I'm obviously in the northeast of England, as you can probably hear. But I've just picked it up today. I'm going to insert a picture now of where we got it from and where it's been for the last 20 years. As you can see, it's been on its side for quite a bit, and supported by ties and things, so it wasn't damaged, but it's been there for what I understand is the best part of 20 years. I think there was some family issues or work issues at the time when it was tried to be, when he started the restoration and sort of ran out of funds or time. But it's something I've been looking at doing for quite a while, so here we are. In his ownership, since it was dragged out of the garage of the family member, once the restoration was started 20 years ago, it's had the structural welding done to a reasonably good standard, and that's one of the main benefits to me, because as much as we can all weld and do body work, it is the worst bit in my opinion. I much prefer the mechanical work, so it has had the new rear quarters put in, or at least to the shut line there. And the inner arches were welded in as well as 3-piece sills, so it's been done the right way, although some of the welding on some of the surfaces here is, well, isn't great. I'll probably redo a bit of that, but it has had new floor pans in, as they all pretty much do. And obviously you can see in the welds on the top, it's had new chassis rails welded in underneath too. Interior wise, it doesn't exist at the minute, but it is all there. In fact, it's all new and been recovered. That's one good thing about this project. As I come around the front here, the previous owner, the neighbour, has bought absolutely everything to do the restoration. You know, the engine's been sent away to be refurbished at Cleeseby's when in the northeast. Had unleaded bow seats fitted. The gearbox went to David Brown in Hull about 20 years ago, and it's refurbished and still in the packet with their invoices. It's got new carbs, new SUs. I don't know why it's got new ones, because the old ones are there, but the new ones are there too. Stainless exhaust. It's got new manifolds, new harness. It's got the seats. It's got every push bearing. It's new bottom arms, new shockers, new springs for the back. Every panel's there. The repair panels are there. And there's also a donor car that came with it, which I can sort of steal the bits off here and there, but parts wise, I know there's always things I'm going to need here and there, but 99% of it I've seen wrapped up, new bumpers wrapped up in greaseproof paper. Everything is there, and it's an opportunity I couldn't really miss. So there's been some sort of patching done here, which some of it I'm not massively happy with, and I probably will redo. I'll cut it out and replace it where there's some bad welds and it's a bit sticky up here. I want this to be perfect, so I'll undo the things I don't like, such as that. And that. I think I'll cut that out as one and patch that in a bit, not necessarily better, but just a bit neater and a bit more in line with the other side, which is original, of course. I think I'll probably shot blast the whole lot before it goes for paint. And probably epoxy underneath. Same there, it's had a few panels in, which I'll probably, well, I'll grind those welds back and see how good they are, but they don't look good from here, so probably cut them out. Much of the same on this side. It's the rear quarters and the 3-piece sills, the inner arches, and the chassis underneath, the same floor pan. You can still see some of the shot in there where it's been shot underneath. I've got a rotisserie, which is a part of it there and over there. But I'm going to need some brackets for the front. Ironically, I found this on eBay last week, and it was on an MGB GT, which is excellent. But the back one doesn't quite fit. I don't know whether I need the brackets off the bumper, which those parts I need to go and pick up with the old owner still, with the neighbour's family, and I'm wondering if I'd take the bumpers off, the brackets off the bumpers, that they'll fit onto this bracket he's made at the rear there, which you can just see in the bottom. If anybody's fit one to a rotisserie recently of a similar design, then pop in the comments, I'd appreciate that. But I'm hoping that it's going to be a relatively, not simple, but a relatively enjoyable one where there's not too much rot to even bother starting, because you don't want to get in, you know, they are relatively common, so it's no point going crazy on a rot box. But with its sort of history and for nostalgic reasons for the neighbours and things, I think it was a good thing for us to take on, and I do look forward to doing it over the winter. I hope to have it done by next year. And trying to show you a little bit of the inside there for those who are interested. I don't want to go on too much and be boring, but I will take another video, or several more videos, as we go along, as the weeks go on the rotisserie, and as I do the repairs underneath for anybody who's learning or interested. And if anybody's got any tips, I'm not new to restorations, but I've never done an MGB GT. Every day's a school day, so I'm open to constructive criticism and any hints and tips and helpful things people's got to say. I'll pop it up on the ramp and I'll have a look underneath. I might fast forward this bit because it's a bit slow. I paused that there because of the irritating compressor, and I don't know how loud it will be in a video, but here we go for the underneath. I know it's had the chassis repair sections, especially in the middle, and it's had the reinforced jacking points as well. The only bit I don't really like is this, which is over the top of the old, and I don't know what's underneath. I don't know whether it's been cut out or not, and I'm quite tempted to cut that out and have a look myself. I don't want to go this far and realise it's a bit of a bodge, but it may not be, but it also could be, and I don't like to leave things half done, so I think I might have that off. See, I've done the chassis legs here. I know these were replaced, I think you can probably see. And it did have the reinforced jacking points, which are sort of up there. But the floors, obviously, are straight because they've been repaired. The battery trays, the boxes, seem pretty good. And see, it's had inner arches, although there's some of the welding and finishing needs starting up. Everything looks reasonably good. There's not much left, I suppose, but it could be worse. And I've seen several videos on YouTube, watched myself for a bit of experience and learning. I've seen some rather rotten ones, and they make me feel a little bit better about this, I suppose. But yeah, I think it's going to be a good project, and I think it's got a lot of potential. I don't think it's going to be too bad. But I will post some more over the next few weeks if people are interested. I hope you are. And you'll have to just excuse my constantly dirty workshop, because, you know, too much rubbish. And I hope to see you all soon. Thank you. Bye.